Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I hope all of you have started working. You must have found my message. Good evening. All right, so in this question, write down the coordinates of the points in ordered pairs, satisfying the equation 8x minus 3y is equal to 24 according to the table below. So you can see the xy table, and there you're given two values for x, 0 and 3, and you have to find the corresponding values of y. And you're also given one value for y is equal to 8, and you will have to find the corresponding value of x. So we'll do that first. I'm not reading the question ahead. We'll do that first. So this is the equation. 8x minus 3y is equal to 24. This is the equation. So when x is 0, see, when x is 0, we'll find the values of y when x is 0 and x is 3. So when x is 0, so x is 0, this is 0. So 8 into 0 minus 3y is equal to 24. See here, when x is 0. Okay, so 8 into 0 minus 3y is equal to 24. When you solve this, you find y is equal to minus 8. So when x is 0, y is minus 8. When x is 0, y is minus 8. When x is 3, when x is 3, when x is 3, see here, 8x minus 3y, no? So x is 3. 8x, x is 3. So 8 into 3 minus 3y is equal to 24. When you solve this, 8 into 3 is 24. And when you bring 24 to the other side, 24 minus 24, 0. So minus 3y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 by minus 3, which is 0. Y is equal to 0 by minus 3, which is 0. So when x is equal to 3, y is 0. And then when y is 8, the value of y is 8. See, y is 8. So you should find the corresponding value of x when y is 8. So when y is 8, so 3y, 3 into 8. 8x minus 3 into 8, y is 8, is equal to 24. When you work this for x, when you solve this for x, you find that x is 6. So when y is 8, x is 6. So what are the ordered pairs? What are the ordered pairs? 0, minus 8, 3, 0, and 6, 8. These are the ordered pairs. Okay, so now we have completed the table. Next, what? Draw the graph. Draw the graph to find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by the line with the coordinate axis. So this is plural. Coordinate axis, see, axis is singular, is is singular. This is plural. So coordinate axis means the x-axis and the y-axis together. Are called the coordinate axis. This is the plural of this. X-axis, is, y-axis, is. Together, they call the coordinate axis. So with the coordinate axis, meaning with the x-axis and the y-axis. So x-axis is a straight line, y-axis is a straight line, and there is another straight line formed by the graph of this equation. X-axis is a straight line. Y-axis is a straight line. Coordinate axis, so the x-axis and the y-axis. Then there is one more line, which is the graph of this equation. So I just saw it goes like this. Now you have to shade the triangle. You have to first draw the graph. Okay. After making the graph, that is after getting the line for this equation on the graph paper. So draw the graph and find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. So triangle meaning you need three lines. So the x-axis is one line, y-axis is the second line, and the graph line is the third line. So these three lines enclose a triangle. You'll have to find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by the line, that is a graph line, and the coordinate axis. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle bounded by the x-axis, y-axis, and the graph line of this equation. This is the triangle. So these are the coordinates. These are the coordinates. These are the coordinates. So that's what we plot. So x-axis, y-axis, we plot these points 0, -8, 0, -8 here, 3, 0 here, and 6, 8, 6, 8 here. Connect these 3 points. You will be able to connect them by the same straight line. Write the equation of the line on it. 8x - 3y is equal to 24. So clearly, see here, this side of the triangle is a part of the x-axis. This side of the triangle is a part of the y-axis, and this side of the triangle is a part of the graph line, which is given by the equation 8x - 3y is equal to 24. So we have shaded the right triangle. The triangle is bounded by these 3 lines. So you can see here, this side of the triangle is a part of the x-axis. This side of the triangle is a part of the y-axis. And this side of the triangle is a part of the graph line, or the line given by the equation 8x - 3y is equal to 24. So bounded by the 3 lines, y-axis, x-axis, the line. So you can see here, this is the triangle formed. Now we have to write the vertices, the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. So 0, 0. You can give any name to the triangle. I've called it ABC. You can call it PQR, whatever, MNO, whatever. So I've called it ABC. So the coordinates of the triangle ABC are A, you must write this. So A 0, 0, B 3, 0, and C 0, -8. You can see here. You need to write this. You need not write on the graph paper. You can also write it in your notebook. Below here, you can write. And of course, the scale is important. You can see here, 1 centimeter is 1 unit. We are jumping in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So 1 centimeter is 1 unit. Yes, children, please ask me your doubts. Any questions? Please get them clarified. I'm sure all of you had time to finish this.
Yes, ma'am. No doubts. Yes.
Okay, those of you who finished the graph, raise your hand. Use the emoji, raise your hand. Krishmika, Shri, Sindhu, Sanjay, Madhumita, Netra, Prajit, Krishmi, Raja. Kanishka still doing?
Ma'am, last line.
Okay, I'll wait. Yeah.
Point to finish, ma'am.
Okay, Danya and Shri Jana. Okay, please finish, children. I'll just wait for 2 minutes. Please finish.
Ma'am?
Yeah, yes.
Ma'am, can we take any point as A, B, or C, ma'am?
Come again.
Ma'am, can we take any point as A, B, and C, ma'am? Or we should take it in this order, ma'am?
No. You can take it in any order. You can mark A here, B here, C here. The order is not important. In fact, you can give any other name also. You can call it PQR, you can call it MN. Sometimes, because this is the origin, you want to call it O. You don't want to change that letter because the origin is given by the letter O. So you can use a triangle. You can name the triangle MNO. O. So O is 0, 0, N is 3, 0, and M is 0, -8. The order is not important. Any order.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. This is the next one. Write down the question, children. Please write down the question. All right. So 2 years later, a father will be 8 years more than 3 times the age of the son. So there is some information given to you. Okay, so you will have to use this information to construct the linear equation. Taking the present age of the father as X and the son as Y, that is the present age of the son as Y. Write a linear equation for the above. So we'll first do that. Taking the present age of the father as X and the present age of the son as Y, write a linear equation for the above information. We'll do that first. Okay. So father's present age, present age. Don't write anything. X. Son's present age. Don't write anything, children. Son's present age. Y. Now 2 years later. So father's age 2 years later. Father's age 2 years later. 2 years later. What will be the father's age 2 years later?
X plus 2, ma'am.
X plus 2 years. Yeah. And what will be the son's age after 2 years? Son's age after 2 years?
Y plus
Y plus 2, ma'am.
Y plus 2. The present age plus 2. Now we have to use these ages because the information given is related to the ages after 2 years. So 2 years later. So see that. A father will be. See here. A father will be. That means the father's age will be. This is the father's age. See here. As I read there, I'll keep constructing the equation. We'll not read it fully. As we read, whatever information is given in English, we'll be converting that to a mathematical equation. As you read, you start writing. 2 years later. So we found their ages 2 years later. Here we have it. Okay. A father will be. See here. A father will be meaning the father's age will be. So I've written the father's age here. Father's age will be meaning equal to. Will be meaning equal to. Will be equal to 8 years more than. See here, 8 years more than. Whenever we say 8 more than or 8 less than, it will be 8 more than something. So that something should be written here. See, when you say, you cannot say I want 8 more than. 8 more than what? You simply cannot say that I want 8 more than. You can say I want 8 something, whatever. You want 8. That makes a meaning. That makes sense. But if you say I want 8 more than, or I want 8 less than, it's incomplete. 8 more than what? 8 less than what? So that what should come here? 8 years more than. 8 years more than. So more than something, no, that something should come here. If I say I want 8 more than 2, so that means 2 plus 8. 8 more than 2. So I want 2 plus 8. Similarly, 8 more than what? So 8 more than 3 times the age of the sun. Yeah, 3 times the age of the sun. 3 times meaning 3 into. 3 times meaning 3 into. Into what? 3 times what? The age of the sun. What's the age of the sun after 2 years? Y plus 2. See, as we read, we construct the equation. Everything is there in words. We'll do it again. 2 years later. So we are using only these ages. We are not using these ages. Okay, 2 years later, a father will be. So this is the father's age. Father's age will be meaning equal to 8 more than. Don't write here 8 plus. No, 8 more than something. That something should come here. So 8 more than plus 8. 8 less than meaning minus 8. 8 more than. So plus 8. More than 3 times. So 3 into. 3 times meaning 3 into something. 3 times what? The age of the sun. What's the age of the sun? Y plus 2. That's all. This is the equation. This is the required linear equation in X and Y. Now we need to make a graph of this equation. And from the graph, we need to find the father's age when the son's age is 12 years. Okay. Write a linear equation for the above and draw its graph. Hence, find the father's age of the son's age is 12 years. So see here. The same thing, what we just discussed. You can see the same thing here. See here. Just what we discussed. Then open the bracket and, bring the X and Y terms, X, Y. You need to construct the equation. Where is it? Write the linear equation. So we'll write it in the standard form. X minus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0 is the required linear equation. All right. Then you need to make the graph and then find the father's age. From the graph, you need to find the father's age when the son is 12 years old. So make the XY table. I have not shown the calculations here. You need to calculate. But I'll tell you one very important thing. Write on so far, children. Please understand and write on so far. You've already copied the question. Write the answer. Is the required linear equation till there.
Completed, ma'am.
All right. So now it's very important to decide the scale. Okay. Now, mostly see, when you're working algebraically, and you make a mistake, it's easy to strike it out and work it again. But when it comes to graph, it's not so easy. to erase. See, you cannot keep erasing on the graph paper. Sometimes the lines, the graph lines just fade off. So you cannot simply keep erasing and correcting the graph. That's actually difficult. If it is an algebraic working, then you can just strike it out and do redo also. But graph, you have to make sure that you get it right in the first shot itself. Otherwise, simply tension builds in the exam. So what I suggest is, now we need to find the father's age when the son is 12 years old. So here we have taken what the father's age is X and the son's age is Y. So that means the father's age will be represented on the X axis, because father's age we have taken as X. Father's age we have taken as X and son's age is Y. So the father's age will be represented along the X axis and the son's age along the Y axis. See there, father X, son Y. So father's age along the X axis and son's age along the Y axis, because father is X and son is Y. Okay, now we need to find the father's age. That means we need to find X. When the son's age, that is when Y is 12. Yes or no? Tell me if you all agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Find.
Yes.
We have to make the graph. We'll do the graph. From the graph, we need to find the father's age. That is, we need to find X, because father's age is X. So we need to find X. If the son's age is 12, that is when Y is 12. Now what you do, you work now, use this equation. X minus 3Y minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 3 into, when Y is 12, find the value of X. When Y is 12, find the value of X. So X minus 36 minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 48 is equal to 0. X is equal to 48. So when the son is 12 years old, the father will be 48 years old. So you must be able to find these numbers on your graph paper. That is Y 12 and X 48. Along the X-axis, you must see, if you take the scale as 1 centimeter, 1 unit. Okay, supposing we take the scale as 1 centimeter, 1 unit. So we'll be probably able to show till some 15 values. I'm just telling you. So like on the X-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 maybe, or okay, 20. But you must get X48. You will not find the number 48 on your graph paper. So then you cannot find this answer graphically. You first solve and find the value algebraically. X is 48. That means this value 48 you should be able to find this on the X-axis, a positive 48. So if you take the scale as 1 centimeter, 1 unit, like we took in the earlier cases, see like this, you will not get, see, so you say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe we don't show the negative side at all. We take the X-axis and Y-axis like this. We take the Y-axis here and the X-axis here. We don't show the negative side at all. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 values you can, but it's X is 48. You don't even find that value 48 on the X-axis. So that means you will not be able to answer the question graphically. Graphically, you will not be able to answer it because you don't find the number 48 at all on your X-axis. So your scale should be such that you find this value. Not 48, that is the scale. On the X-axis, you must be having numbers beyond 48. That is 50 or 60. Only then you can get 48 on the X-axis. That is very important. So the scale, see, I have taken 1 centimeter as 10 units. You can even take 5 units. So all of you are going to do that. Don't do the same thing. All of you take 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units and you should be able to get it. So see, because even if you take 1 centimeter as 5 units, so what will happen here? 5, let me first see, okay, if I'm getting it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'm not getting it here. No, so put your Y-axis here like this. Show your Y-axis here like this. So then you get more numbers. 5, 10, 15, 20. I hope you're all following. 25, 30, 35 like this. You don't have to take the Y-axis exactly in the middle. when you don't need the negative side, you can take the y-axis here like this, Take the y-axis here like this. Then you will be able to mark 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, then you will be able to show at least up to 50. Up to 50 is also enough because you need 48. So if you have a value still 50 on the x-axis, that is enough. And on the y-axis, you must have y is equal to 12. So it's enough if you have 12 on the y-axis. You take a little more than that, but that is to find this answer graphically. To find this answer graphically, you need to find this value 12 on the y-axis and 48 on the x-axis. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Actually, once you make the graph, you may have more questions. I think for now, this is enough. We'll just start working. So what I was trying to say is, if you simply have to make the graph, you don't have to really worry about the scale. If you simply have to make the graph, you don't have to read values from the graph. You don't have to answer any question or questions using the graph. If you don't have to answer any question or questions using the graph, then you really don't have to mind the scale. You can just make the graph like that. But if you have to make the graph and answer questions using the graph, you'll have to be very careful in selecting the scale. So whatever question is asked, you solve it algebraically. Get the x and y values. Just see what x values and y values you get. And all those x values you must have on the x-axis and the y values you must have on the y-axis. Only then you will be able to show it graphically. Yeah, that's all. Yes, Danya?
Ma'am, can we take 1 centimeter as 6 units, ma'am?
6 units provided you can take, provided whatever ordered pairs
So
you have
that
here.
accurate value of 48 will be coming.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. That's what yes, you can take. You can take. Provided whatever, see, you can take 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units, 12 units, whatever. But you must be able to mark these points correctly. That's important. See, like when you take 0, -4. 12, 0, 6, whatever, you can take different values. You must be able to mark those values precisely. You will get the answer 48 correctly. But before you get the graph line, you will be plotting 3 points, right? You should be able to find those places precisely. Now, for example, Danya, for example, now just take, I'll tell you, children, let's understand a little more. Now, answering Danya's question, see here. Please watch, all of you. Okay, now, okay, so we graduate the x-axis like this. So Danya, listen, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. So Danya says, if we do this, we will be, and here also she says 6, 12, so that when the boy is, 12 years old, the father is 48 years old. Precisely, we'll get the answer. Correct, you can take the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units on the x-axis and y-axis. But I'm just saying this. Now, listen carefully, children. This is your question, right, Danya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, all of you listen. Let's just magnify this portion. Okay? I'll just show you. I'll magnify this portion. Now, see here. So, 0 and there is 6 here. I've just magnified that. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you will have these divisions. Between 0 and 6, you have these divisions. All of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Between 0 and 6, you will have these divisions. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th line will be 6. The 10th line will be 6. This is not a line. Oh, sorry. God. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is that 6. All right. Now, how will we read the subdivisions from 0 to 6? That's what we're trying to understand. How will we read the subdivisions between 0 and 6? That's what we're trying to understand. For that, what you'll have to always do is, now your scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units. Divide 6 by 10. Always by 10. Always by 10. Now, supposing you take 1 centimeter is equal to 9 units, 9 by 10. 1 centimeter is equal to 20 units, 20 by 10. It's a centimeter graph. What we're using is a centimeter graph. That's why we say 1 centimeter is equal to. It's a centimeter graph. You can use your scale and check the squares. The checks are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. It's a centimeter graph. What we're using. So 1 centimeter is equal to here 6 units. Divide 6 by 10. So you get 0.6. Now see here. I'm bad at tables. Please help me. Now see here. This is 0.6. This is 1.2. This is 1.8. This is 2.4. This is 3. This is 3.6. This is 4.2. This is 5. 4. See, I said I'll go wrong. 4.8. This is 4.8. Okay, this is 4.8. This is 5.4. And this is 6. How do we understand the value of the subdivisions between 0 and 6 is what we are seeing now. 6 divided by 10. 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units. 6 divided by 10. 0.6. So from 0 to 6. 0.6. Then skip count in 0.6. Skip count in 0.6. So 0.6. Add 0.6. So 1.2. To that add 0.6. 0.6 plus 0.6, 1.2. 1.2 plus 0.6, 1.8. 1.8 plus 0.6, 2.4. 2.4 plus 0.6, 3. 3.0. 3.0 plus 0.6, 3.6. 3.6 plus 0.6, 4.2. Plus 0.6, 4.8. Plus 0.6, 5.4. Plus 0.6, 6. We skip counting in 0.6. So this is how you read the subdivisions between 0 and 6. Now, supposing you have I'm just telling you the difficulties which we may come across when we take a scale like this. Now, supposing you'll have to plot 2, 1, just for example. Where is 2 here? You don't find 2 at all because when you have taken the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units, you don't find 2 here. So then you'll have to mark it approximately. That you should not do while doing a graph. Algebraically, we can do anything. When you're making a graph, make sure that every point you locate it precisely, correctly, accurately. If you see, sometimes when you go to higher standards, sometimes you have to, the numbers will be very large. So your graph, you have to take an approximate place for some coordinates. That we'll see later. Now, in 9th standard, make sure that every point you plot is marked accurately. Then only your graph is accurate and you will be able to get the precise value when reading, when answering the questions using the graph. But I hope all of you listening, but when you take a scale like this, maybe you will very smartly create your XY table so that the values you get there you will be able to plot on this graph. So that is left to you. Supposing you take the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units and you smartly make calculations for X and Y, you make sure that your X and Y values you will be able to plot them precisely on the graph paper where you have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 6 units. You can do it. You can do it. So mostly we decide the scale after making the XY table. Mostly we decide the scale because deciding the scale and then making the XY table is difficult. You have to prepare the XY table and you will have to look at the values in the XY table and accordingly make the meaning choose the scale. That's how it is. You have to make the XY table. You'll have to make the XY table and then you should also answer those questions which is asked. That also you should answer and see what values you're getting. With all this in mind, you should select the scale. Now, between 6 and 12, the next one is 12. Okay, the next one is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th division is 12. Now see it after 6. Now tell me, children, what will be this division, this subdivision? I'm not clear.
6, ma'am.
6.6. The next one?
7.2, ma'am.
7.2. This one?
7.8, ma'am.
7.8. Okay, then
8.4, ma'am.
8.4. This one?
9.
9.
9.
See, between 6 and 12 is 9, no? What comes between 6 and 12? 6 plus 12 by 2. 6 plus 12 by 2. 18 by 2. 9. You can see the middlemost one is 9. Here also the middlemost one is 3. 0 and 6. The middle one is 3. Then 9.6.
9.6,
one?
ma'am.
10.2.
10.2.
10.8.
10.8.
11.4.
11.
Ma'am, but even in the graph which you made, the value is accurate, no, ma'am, because 48, it's perfect, ma'am.
Yeah, mine it is accurate only. Yeah, it is accurate.
Yes, ma'am.
Mine is accurate. All the points plotted are accurate. No approximations. They are accurate. Now, children, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Yeah. So depending on the scale you choose, the graduations will have different values. It's not always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I just want to tell a little more about this. Please listen. Similarly, when you take the scale as, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units, on both the X and Y axis. So like 10, 20, 30. So what is it? 10 by 10, 1. 10 by 10, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then each subdivision is 1. If 1 centimeter is 10 units, you should always divide by 10. 10 by 10, 1. So this is 0. This small thing, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like that. Now tell me when it is 5, when 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. How will we read? 0, yeah, how do you read? Yeah, children, how do you read? 5 by, the scale is 1 centimeter, 5 units. So what? 5 by?
5 by 10.
5 by 10. What's the value of 5 by 10?
0.5.
0.5.
So how do you read? What is this?
0.5.
0.5.
0.5. Then the next one?
1.
1.
1. This one?
1.5.
1.5. This one?
2.
2. This one?
2.5.
2.5.
3.
3. 3.5.
3.5.
4.
4.
4.5. 5. Yeah. 5.5. 6. 6.5. 7. 7.5. 8. 8.59, 9.5, 10. That's how you read. So when you take a scale like this, don't think this is 1. This is not 1. The first subdivision is not 1. That's 0.5. The second subdivision is 1. The second subdivision is 1. The fourth subdivision is 2. Okay, this is enough. Now you can choose your scale. I have not shown the working, children. You have to show the working. I have prepared the XY table with these values 0, 12, and 6. You please take your own values. First, make the XY table. First, make the XY table. Then see what numbers you're getting. Accordingly, choose the scale. Yeah, do it. And once you finish the graph, you can share your picture on WhatsApp with me. And I'll just tell you this, children. So how do we read? Please listen. So how do we read the answer from the graph? Now, when the sun's age is 12, sun is y. So along the y-axis, find 12. Where is 12? Where is 12? See, this is 10, 11, 12. The next one, this one is 12. So what you should do, from this point 12, draw a line parallel to the x-axis till it hits the graph line, till it meets the graph line. Where it meets the graph line, draw a perpendicular on the x-axis. Read that value. That is 48. So when y is 12, x is 48. That's why, that's what is this. You can see the line, no? You can see this line. That's what it is. When you read the value from the graph, you must show this. You must show this parallel and perpendicular line. See here, I'll tell you again. Why from here? Because when the sun's age is 12, when y is equal to 12, what is x? X is what? You should find x. So when y is 12, this is the y-axis and 12 is here, 12. So from there, you draw a line parallel to the x-axis till it hits the graph line. It hits the graph line here. From that point, drop a perpendicular on the x-axis. Read that value where the perpendicular meets the x-axis. That'll be 48. So when y is 12, x is 48. The father's age is 48. Please do this.
Ma'am, I think 6 and minus 2 are marked in the wrong place in the graph, ma'am.
Really? Okay, let me check. 6 and minus 2. Where is 6? Here, this one, I've written the coordinates above, but this point is 6 and minus 2. This is 6 and minus 2 is here.
Ma'am, but that is the positive side, no, ma'am.
I'll show you. Wait, I'll just zoom in. I can't annotate. But 1 minute. This is the point I've marked. Can you see the? I'll just zoom in. You can see it. Can you see the point here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That is 6. This is 5. And the next subdivision is 6.
Yes, ma'am, but minus 2
Minus
is...
2 is below. Below
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
minus 2.
Okay, ma'am, I get it, ma'am.
Yeah, below is minus 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Completed, ma'am.
Good.
Completed, ma'am.
All right. All right. Let's see the next one. Yeah, solve this equation, children. This is of 8th standard. So since the a chapter is a linear equation in two variables x and y, you may also be given a linear equation in one variable x and asked to solve it. So it is a question related to the chapter. Please solve this equation for x. Yeah, what's the value of x?
Mom, 7/5.
7/5. Well, if you would have caught a glimpse of the answer, it's not 7/5. What's the answer?
Ma'am, I got that one, ma'am.
One, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah, one is the right answer. Please check, children. See, you can calculate however you want. You can maybe take this number to this side and then take the LCM. All that is your choice. In any case, this is the answer. I have simply taken the LCM as it is given. As it is given, I've taken the LCM. I've not made any change. If you want, you can take this number here. See, if you feel I want to take the LCM for the x terms and the numbers separately, you can do that. Okay, so I have just taken the LCM as it is. So the LCM here is 2. The LCM is 2. And this side also the LCM is 2. That's the first step. Then it will become 6x because into 2, 6x into 2, 22. And this is plus x is equal to, this is into 2, 36. Then 2 and 2 on either sides will get cancelled. Now 6x plus x is 7x. This is 22 is equal to 36 minus 7 is 29. So now 7x is equal to 29 minus 22. 7x is equal to 7. X is equal to 7 by 7, 1. There is no need, nothing like you have to take the number to this side and you have to take the LCM only with the numbers here. Nothing like that. You can simply take the LCM as it is given. Yes, if you have not got one, please take down the answer.
Mom, I totally forgot about taking LCM and just transposed everything, Mom. That's why I got 7/5.
Completed, ma'am.
All right.
Completed, ma'am. Completed, ma'am.
Fine. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Tanya, Tanishka, Netra, Sindhu, Sanjay, Rajit, Madhumita, Arjun, Raja, Srijana, Krishmi. Krishmika, are you there? Okay. Yeah, check. This is the next one. Now, before we move on to that, I need to tell you something. Now, we will plot this. I'll tell you theoretically now. When we make a graph, you will believe that you'll believe it. Now you just take what I say. When the constant is absent, that is when you have an equation like 3x plus 2y is equal to 0. Compare this with the standard form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. What is the value of a? What is the value of a?
3, ma'am.
3. What is the value of b?
2, ma'am.
2, ma'am.
What's the value of c?
0, ma'am.
0.
0. Whenever the value of c is 0, whenever the value of c is 0, the graph of that equation will pass through the origin. Whenever the value of c is 0, a and b can be anything. A and b can be anything. Okay. But when the value of c is 0, when the value of c is 0, I have to tell you more about it, children. Now, I have to tell you more about it. Now, just to answer these graph questions, I'm sharing a little information with you. So when the value of c is 0, okay, so here you see a is 3, b is 2, but the value of c is 0. The graph of this equation, when you make a graph of this equation, 3x plus 2y is equal to 0, the graph line will pass through the origin. The graph line will pass through the origin. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. See here, now I'll just algebraically show you. So we took up the equation 3x plus 2y is equal to 0, right? Now, when x is 0, okay, what should be the value of y? 0. When x is 0, see here, when x is 0, what's the value of y? So 3 into 0 plus 2y is equal to 0. 0 plus 2y is equal to 0. 2y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 by 2. Y is equal to 0. So when x is 0, y is also 0. That means 0, comma 0 lies on this line. The point 0, comma 0 lies on this line. That means the line passes through the origin. If 0, comma 0 has to lie on this line, see 0, comma 0 is a solution of this equation. That's the first thing. 0, comma 0 is a solution of this equation. If 0, comma 0 is a solution of this equation, then this point 0, comma 0 must lie on this line. Must lie on this line. So if 0, comma 0 has to lie on this line, then that means the line passes through the origin. Only then 0, comma 0 can lie on that line. When x is 0, the first thing is when you compare this equation with the standard form, the value of c is 0. So we start from there. The value of c is 0. When the value of c is 0, the graph of the equation, that is the straight line, will pass through the origin. That means it will pass through the point 0, comma 0. Now I have not, I'm not making a graph to prove that. I'm showing it algebraically. When the value of x is 0, we'll find the corresponding value of y. So when x is 0 and you substitute x with 0, and when you work and find the value of y, you find that y is also 0. So x is 0, y is also 0. That means 0, comma 0 is a solution of this equation. If it is a solution of this equation, then the solution should lie on the graph line. So if 0, 0 should lie on the graph line, that means the graph line passes through the origin. You can find many solutions. You can give different values for x and find the corresponding value for y. So now, what is it? 3x plus 2y is equal to 0. Give any value for x. Say x is 1 when x is 1. So 3 into 1 plus 2y is equal to 0. 3 plus 2y is equal to 0. 2y is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 3 by 2. That is when x is equal to 1, the value of y is minus 3 by 2. That is minus 1.5 or 1.5, minus 1.5. So this point 1 comma 1 minus 1.5 will lie on the straight line of the graph of this equation. 1 comma minus 1.5, this point, which is given by the coordinates 1 comma minus 1.5, will lie on the straight line of this equation. Because this is a solution. This is a solution of this equation. How do you find the solutions? You can find, see, we know that a linear equation in two variables x and y has infinitely many solutions. We know that a linear equation in two variables x and y has infinitely many solutions. And the graph of this equation is a straight line. And we know that there are infinitely many points lying on a straight line. And that's why we say a linear equation in two variables x and y has infinitely many solutions. So how can you find any number of solutions? How do you find the solutions? Supposing you're given an equation, how do you find its solutions without making the graph? Without preparing the graph, how can you find the solutions? Just give some random value for x, find the corresponding value for y, or give some value for y and find the corresponding value for x. So like that, you can find many solutions. You can find, supposing they ask you to find 5 solutions for this equation. Find 5 solutions for this equation. Find 5 solutions for this equation. So simply give some value, any value. It can be like root 3 also. Any value, any real value. Give any real value for y and find the corresponding value for x. Or give any value for x and find the corresponding value for y. So you can say like when y is minus 3, any value. Find the corresponding x value. So 3x plus 2 into minus 3 is equal to 0. 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6 by 3. X is equal to 2. So when y is minus 3, x is 2. Write it. See, it's an ordered pair. Write the x value first and then the y value. When x is 2, y is 3. Minus 3. So this is one of the many solutions. This is one of the many solutions of this equation. Like this, you can find so many solutions. So now coming to what we're trying to understand, when the value of c is 0, the graph of the equation will pass through the origin. Remember that. All right, children. The question is, from the choices given below. So you can see the choices here. You can see the choices here, A, B, C, and D. From the choices given below, choose the equation of the line in the graph. In the graph paper, you can see a line, right? You can see a line. You can see the graph paper. And on the graph paper, you can see a line. What is the equation of that line? You choose it from the 4 options given below. That's what is the meaning of the question. On the graph paper, you can see a line. That line is given by an equation. Now there are 4 equations given. Which of the 4? One of the 4 options is the equation for this line. Which one you will have to choose? All right. So the first thing is the graph of the line passes through the origin. You can see the line passes through the origin. That means the value of c is 0. The value of c is 0. So then this cannot be the answer because c is minus 1. X plus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Correct? C is not 0. So this cannot be the option. This cannot be the option. Yes or no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
this cannot be, yeah, because you can see the graph line passes through the origin. If it passes through the origin, the value of C is 0. But in the fourth option, you can see here, there is a constant. So when you bring this here, -1, the value of C is -1. C is not 0. So D cannot be the, correct answer. Now you'll have to check the others. Now look at this. X is equal to -y. X is equal to -y. That is, if x is 3, then y is -3. X is equal to -y. They're negatives of each other. Or children, please understand, don't look at B and C and don't try to do it by yourself. Please listen to this. Now you can also write this like this. X plus y is equal to 0. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you, please listen to me. Do not try this by yourself. Please listen to me. X is equal to -y. We are first trying to rule out certain options. Okay, this is not possible. This is not possible. You're trying to rule out. Okay, now B. B is x plus y is equal to 0. That means if you add the x coordinate and the y coordinate, the answer should be 0. X plus y is equal to 0. See, like it is x is equal to -y. Maybe it's difficult to understand that. So I just transposed. What do you get? X plus y is equal to 0. That means when you add the x coordinate and the y coordinate, the answer should be 0. Now see here, 1, 1. 1, 1 lies on the line. 1, 1 lies on the line. What is 1 plus 1? Is it 0? No. Then this cannot be the correct option. This also cannot be the correct option. Because if B is the correct equation, x plus y should be 0. But you see that this point 1, 1 lies on the line. That means it's a solution to that equation. 1, 1, it lies on the line. I'm not taking some point here. I'm taking a point which lies on the line 1, 1. The x coordinate is 1, the y coordinate is 1. What is x plus y? 1 plus 1. What is it? 2. Is it 0? No. That means B cannot be the correct option. B cannot be the correct option. Like that, you can check this also. X is equal to 3y. X is equal to 3 times y. Okay, so if you take this point 1, 1, if you take the point 1, 1, if you take the point 1, 1, just check it with this x is equal to 3y. Put x as 1, put x as 1, x is 1. 1 is equal to, or you can check the LHS and RHS. 1 minute. Take this one, take this equation, x is equal to 3y. All right, so x, the LHS is x. X, what is x? It's 1. If you take this point, the RHS is what? 3y. 3y. What is 3y? 3 into y. Y value is also 1. 3 into 1, which is 3. Is the LHS equal to the RHS? No. So this also, C is also not a correct option. See, children, I'll explain again. I'm taking this option, x is equal to 3y, x is equal to 3y. I'm taking this. You can also write this as x minus 3y is equal to 0, children. Okay, maybe this is convenient for you. X minus 3y is equal to 0. Let's take it like that. What is the LHS? X minus 3y. What should I do with this? Take any point on this line. Now, you take any point. Maybe you can take this point, -2, -2. Take any point on that line. Okay. I'm taking this one. X minus 3y is equal to 0. I'll take a point that lies on this line. -2. You can take this one also. I'm taking this -2, -2. X is -2. Y is also -2. Let us work the LHS. Let us work the LHS. Okay, so you get -2 plus 6, which is 4. But the RHS is 0. It's not 4, it's 0. So that means x is equal to 3. It's not satisfying. This solution, if this is a solution, this meaning if this is the equation for this line, then this one should satisfy the equation. It's not satisfying. So this is not possible, this is not possible, not possible. So this is only the correct option. And you can check here, x is equal to y. Yeah, see here, 1, 1, x is equal to y. -2, -2, x is equal to y. The x coordinate is equal to the y coordinate. The x coordinate is equal to the y coordinate. Can you see that? X is equal to y.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Here also, x is equal to y, 0, comma 0. Take this point, take any point on the line. Take this point, -1, comma -1. Take this point. What are the coordinates of this point? 2, comma 2. X is equal to y. So the equation of this line is x is equal to y. X is equal to y. So something new, we learned quite a few new things today, but everything is important. But this is, I shouldn't say that, but okay, this is also equally important. When the value of c is 0, the graph of that equation will pass through the origin. Remember that. All right, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a screenshot. Yeah, take a screenshot, children. Try the others. Try to answer B and C. We'll see their equations in the next class on Saturday. Please take a screenshot. All right. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.